Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to From the Depths with me, Lathrix, and welcome to the Golgotha, a ship I made a very, very long time ago, an airship in fact, an airship helicopter thing. Now this was kind of a prototype for all helicopters I've ever built ever, and since then I have learned a hell of a lot about the game, particularly in terms of when it comes to designing robots which actually function, and have doors which don't have metal in front of them. Well done, past Lathrix, well done. So what we're going to be doing today is, in the old sandbox mode, ignore the grounded Golgotha over there because I was testing something, we are going to be building a helicopter for the campaign, a small, medium-sized, probably ending up going to be extremely large vehicle, which is going to be there for the express purpose of something other than the E. coli to fight with, so I don't have to fight with the exact same vehicle every single battle of my life. Because that can get a little bit boring, I've noticed. So, I'm going to restart the designer and we're going to go. Now, I've actually had a very weird idea. And the idea is, as you can see with this blade here, it's got a very small bit of protection here, a little base on it. Could this be able to support a defense structure that goes completely around it and above it? So essentially metal all around it. If this was far larger, so if this was perhaps double or triple the size, could it actually fly a piece of metal around it all the way? So I can have like a cylinder, a flying cylinder of death. That is what we're going to be testing first of all, so interesting. Now I do apologise today for two things, and I must apologise because I can. Oh god, that's making me feel sick. No, please get away from that. First of all, my voice has broke. It is completely gone today, so my speaking is a little bit hard, so I might just be silent at some times, or you may hear my voice strain like it is currently. Also, the construction going on in the village has been ramped up to level 10, red alert level. In other words, they're going mental and using hammers and saws to, I think, hit small kittens or something. It's horrible. It's very, very loud and screechy out there. I think they've got a buzzsaw. In all seriousness, I think they're sawing slabs or something. It's rather horrible, but makes it like high-pitched whine. So if you hear that, I do apologise. Apologise. I do restart the designer. And we are back on the glorious designer. It's a lovely, empty, fluid world. So today we're going to be doing some science then about helicopters and their blades and my happiness, followed by more science, followed by perhaps a build today, perhaps in the next episode, depending on how long it takes, because I'm just that good at editing out dead time and stuff. I am getting better though, to be fair. Okay, so, fly my beauty. Okay, I want some lovely light alloy, because light alloy is life. I want that to replace all of that. There we go. So first of all, let's actually make the helicopter itself, actual blade itself. Doesn't really matter if it's in the middle right now, considering we're going to be building around it over and over again anyway. Oh, I was going to say, why is that the centre white so off? Fine, I'll build one more, just maybe it's in the middle. There we blub. Okay, so new object. I want a spin block. Is it the precision spin blocks I normally use? I think it is. There we are. And then we'll use some lovely light alloy again. Whee! All the way up to there. And then we'll do the very boring part, which of course is adding the actual blades themselves. That one. Is it like this? Oh lord, it'll be turning clockwise, so yes, that'll be correct. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, 10's a good, easy number to think of. 11. I don't know why that amused me so much. 10 is a good round number. 11! Yes, that's a good number to choose instead. Okay, I'm probably going to skip this in editing. However, I'm going to keep talking anyway, until future Lathrix eventually cuts me off. Okay, so that's one side done anyway, though I'm still probably talking to myself. No, what I think I'll do is I'll add... I could do blades. Height, I don't even know. Ooh, I can actually see the height there. Well, it'd be better if I started off lower then, wouldn't it? Like there. We can just copy the blades over this way, and that way I don't have to keep on doing this, and everyone's happier. Why does it go through the middle like that? Why doesn't it just blarg? Okay, one more. Bleh, and then bleh. said blur. Oh, blur, you blur. There we blur. Ah, good. Thank you. I'm missing it. Yes, there we go. No, yes. I don't think this is the right way. Okay, let's see. Come on. Come on. No. Yes. Yes? No! The short answer is no. That's not correct. Yes! There we go. Lathrix is in fact a genius. Let's put on the other ones as well then. No, it wasn't correct. Future Lathrix, please cut this out. Okay, and we are back, and the helicopter looks like I've done it right. Yes, I have. Yay for copy. Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh my god. Oh, okay. So interesting. A little thing here, just in case you didn't see most of that build. I've just screwed up like 4 freaking times on the most basic of tasks, which is literally copy and pasting. I am the person who needs that Microsoft Word paperclip for all things. That is me, you see, certain threads. You can blame me for that thing existing, I think. Okay, so control. Let's sort some stuff out then, shall we? So, this obviously isn't control. Try again. Thank you. So, tab. No, not while it's on locked thingy-majiggy. And activate if less than anything. Yeah, if less than that seems pretty legit to me. And I want the spin blocks. If I can find them, that'd be awesome. Spin blocks. There we go. I want you to rotate faster than time itself. Okay, I'm just doing this for a second, just so I can see where I should, like, you know, build the thing and stuff and things. Light alloy. And I know I'm not using beams because this is a test thing and I can't bother to use beams because so damn blog. I'll sneak them. Is this a safe? Okay. That doesn't look safe, but apparently it is. It's like I'm losing paintwork off my metal. I mean, who doesn't want to lose paintwork off their metal? And then I'll try to do the same again here. And not destroy my thing. That's obviously further out, because I'm not losing paint. I'll say that. Okay, yep, I'm not getting any closer than that. That's obviously going to break everything if it gets any closer. And that does kind of tempt me to put it closer, because I'm one of those people that has that kind of, like, inner monologue that goes, you know, Lathrix, you could always throw your phone off this ledge. You know, doesn't everyone get that occasionally, have that stupid voice in their head which asks, what would happen if? And then, of course, the if is something really, really stupid. Like, I'm standing on a balcony, what would happen if I threw my phone, which is currently in my hand, away? Well, I've got that, but extremely loudly when it comes to From the Depths. It's like, what would happen if you shot your own ammo barrel? I have done that once, and my justification, to be fair, was maybe I could have blew up the enemy who was somewhat close to me at the time. I've got a question. What happened if I just let this go now? Woo! I did not expect that. I thought it was going to tip over. Wow. Of course, we're spinning like a madman because we haven't got any counter spin, but still, that's pretty cool. So, I guess what would be best is if we had 2 of these things or 3 of these things. No, 4 of these things all connected, and each one span a different way. Yes, Lathrix, there's 4 different directions you can spin when it's left and right. 2 go left, 2 go right, and that way the counter spin would kick in. Wait, I can actually hold this in this place? Okay, but I don't want to hold it in this place. Let's save it for now. I don't know what I'm going to call it at the end, so I'm just going to call it Golgotha Jr. Golgoth Jr., in fact. I'll probably just rename it the Golgotha in the end, honestly, but still. So, going by the laws of potatoes, if we now do this lovely shape we're producing, this shouldn't clip the thingy-majiggy, maybe? Well, these pieces will, but the actual... oh. But these pieces won't? Well, might as well test it now, while we're in flight. Oh, that does not look like... me. That didn't bug out at all! Wow! If it doesn't break, it just... completely freezes it in place. Am I losing altitude? I think I'm losing altitude. Back on! So, how about if we did do that, but we had it instead on here, so it's like this piece? That looks like it might not completely break the world and universe itself. I suppose. Would that work? Yes! It flipping would! No, it wouldn't! Why does this one not work? That makes little sense in my mind. But the thing should be going this way. Okay then. Well, you can go bleep your bleep. So how would I do this? I guess maybe if I know, because that just ends up in the same position. How do I do this? How about if I make a one further out? Oh, of course, we need to do it with this thing. Okay, so break this off for a second and allow it to fall to the floor. Which is, by the way, is going to look very cool. Whee! Bombs away and all that. How about now? Because now we're equal with the... No. Yeah, because now we're equal with the thing. Thingy thing. This goes out by how much? Sorry? 4? 1, 2, 3. Why don't I just, you know, do what I did earlier to sort it out? Oh, yeah. How much is this I'm actually going to keep in? I don't know anymore. So it's like that? That doesn't look right. Why is that not right? That should be like this, and that goes there, and this goes like that, but that's not right, is it? No. 1, 2, 3, and that's a 4th, and it starts. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it is right. It's just weird because that's part of... Okay, then. So, how about now? Alright, that one doesn't destroy the world. Will the other one destroy the world? That is the question I've got here. No, it won't. Oh, it was a good boy then. Which means this one also should not. Awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this and make the whole thing a cylinder. Because all I'm going to be literally doing now is just placing metal here. And that's probably like the most interesting viewing anyone has ever seen ever. And because of that, I'm going to skip it because I'm just that vindictive. So back in a second, most likely. Okay, so there we go. The cylinder has basically been finished, and yes, indeed, it can hold itself aloft. We're not losing altitude, or at least I don't think we're losing altitude, which is rather nice. I could test. Oh yeah, no, we're definitely not. Excellent, fantastic. In fact, did I just spawn in the blade? Well, that is genius. Okay, great. So we can indeed have cylinders. Now, the reason why I want this is because to me, this could kind of look like an airship, and because I kind of like the style of having large cylinders of lift. So, one big problem, of course, is that this is going to add a lot of weight to the overall structure. I'm still moving. Okay, let's quickly detach from my own character because I was moving my camera like that because I was in there. Poor guy. So that's going to add a lot of weight. That's one huge problem. So what I'm thinking of doing is attaching all 4 of these essentially together. So all 4 cylinders, like this, are going to be attached together straight away. So we have it in like a 4 formation, so we have 4 in a row like that. And then the rest of the structure comes off from that. Or at least that might be an idea. Or we could have 2 sets of 4, because this isn't actually as big as it looks, honestly speaking. It's not that... I think it's about 20 odd wide, so it's... Yeah, of course, because that's 20, so 20... It's about 25 wide, so that's actually not that big. It just looks huge because of the kind of shape it is. So what I'm going to do is quickly make a prefab of the metal shell, the actual tubule, and I'll just quickly freeze the thing. So let's go with new object. No, no. Yeah. So this will be circle, but not. I'll call it for some reason circle, but not, because it's not circle. It's a cylinder. So width. Let's have a quick look. See, it's a bit. Ooh, it's actually a little bit. Oh, it's almost perfect. 1/3, I think. Now we're done. Are we wide enough now? We are. Excellent. So that way you can grab everything. So let's Okay, so lengthwise, let's. But note, accidentally pressed D there. So, but note, let's continue to increase the length until we've got enough to actually grab the darn thing. Oh, come on, why can't this freeze? Wait, can this thing freeze? Oh, it can. I was pressing the wrong button, wasn't I? Ah! Stammering while he isn't. Stop pressing E! Ah, everything I'm trying to do is going wrong. Okay, good enough. So we're going to copy it from this side anyway. So, I assume that's where he wants it, like that. So then we need height-wise, and that's... Oh, actually, we do want that on the bottom as well. At least height-wise is easier to figure out. A little bit higher. And we have it. Excellent. Copy. Yay! Let's reattach this. Now, each one of these control blocks can actually be limited to how far they control, which means we can actually have them only controlling a single block. Now, this I want to make sure we actually fit on correctly. So, click. And that should be the same structure. However, it is missing a side. Why is it missing a side for? It actually doesn't matter too much. That's not exactly a hard thing to fix, but what? Wipe it and one further in width. It looks like it's big enough. I mean, to be fair though, it looked like it's big enough before, so that's kind of odd. This time to grab everything, it looks like I did okay. So once again, I'm going to add this then here. So click this into place. Actually no, let's add it on the other side because obviously we don't have that wall currently. We'll have to fix that in a second. So like that. Lovely bit of sound lag there. And let's add the last one into place. There we go. Yeah, so essentially two of these will have their spin on -30 and two of them will have it on +30. Now they all should be connected. Nice. Nice. That's actually pretty damn good. I am tempted to put more in, but I don't think I will. Have I grabbed too much? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why has it got this like weird? Oh, see, now it's grabbing too much. But oh, whatever. It's okay. We only wanted it non-permanent anyway. That's just me screwing up dimensions. Okay, let me just clean this up and then I'll be right back. Okay, and we are back and flying. Nice and even, in fact, because of the different movements of the blades. So this was a good proof of concept. Like I was saying, this wasn't going to be a permanent structure by any means, but it does kind of prove the concept that you could have blades completely within the vehicle and not have them on the outside, which is very cool if you ask me. So I'm not quite sure how to use this. Most likely, it'll be a series of much smaller blades, as in not quite as high blades, in kind of a formation similar to this, but less square and more kind of elongated. So what I could do is make kind of a segment of this, and then have it 4 long. So if we half the cylinder size, have it 4 long, and that could be the innards of the vehicle, giving it lift, and then the outsides could be the outsides for everything else. Now that's probably what I'm going to do, however probably not today because I don't have that much time. This is more of a testing day, I believe, so I mean I could start doing that, but this itself is, I've already been playing now for almost an hour, so yeah. It can seem to hold weight remarkably well as well. This thing sped up to miles. It was up here from the bottom of the water in 3 seconds flat. It's reached its maximum altitude very, very quickly, meaning that we do have a lot of redundant lift here, which of course isn't a bad thing. Actually, where am I currently? I'm on the raft. Well, it looks like a 4-leaf clover. It is the clover. Don't pull them out of play, let me just teleport to it. Because I want to be back in the blades again. Yay, me. I'm stuck on the top this time. That's interesting. So, yeah, how best to use this then? So obviously I am trying to make a, not a replacement, but an extra ship for the Golgotha. Why is there 1 extra metal on this? I don't even know. So let's start, okay, let's start the work then. We're not going to finish it, but let's start the hull on a new ship. So let's restart the designer. You can all stay here this time. Yay. Let's get cracking then. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to spawn in, do I want to build it on this? I mean, I could just delete this and, yeah, whatever. So jump over here, new vehicle, and then what we'll do is we'll spawn in one of these cylinders we just did. However, we're going to half it straight away before we add anything. So, build mode, go away. Want new vehicle, so new object, vehicle, sure. Load subject prefabs. Prefabs, we want the circle but note because we're just good like that. And let's gently put it on that piece of wood, even though I can't Did I actually make it? Oh yeah, there we go. And then let's delete that piece of wood. Goodbye. Mirror that, and let's cut off the section which we accidentally added last time, shall we? So that's from here onwards, I think. Yes. So everything from here, I'll just quickly cut this section off, and I'm going to actually resave the prefab. So next time we add it, we don't have this extra chunk. Okay, and we are back after I've done some lovely cleaning to the vehicle. So as you can see now, I've got a much smaller kind of cylinder here. So that's going to be the size of the actual blades themselves, which are going to go on top of the vehicle, I've decided, and the bottom, almost like a Zeppelin, but with helicopter blades rather than a giant balloon, will have the main body of the ship underneath. That will also provide defense, of course, for the actual spin block controllers, which currently are all just hidden there. So let's add, so this one's going to go, so in my objects, we look here, we now have large spin, a large spin 2. Now large spin 2 is the reversed version of the spinner. There we are. So all of the blades are backwards, meaning that it only provides lift if you are doing a counterclockwise movement as opposed to clockwise. So I want it to be removed from here. Let's quickly just go ahead and do that. Then we'll turn it on and see if this thing goes up into the air with the greatest of ease, and make sure that everything's as it should be. Then we'll quickly save this half bowl as a prefab and paste it over. I'd say 4 times, because it has to be even. There we go. Oh, of course. Now it's going to be resting on top. Hopefully that won't be an issue. Oh dear. Actually, why is this not working currently? Hull mode. Do these not get saved over with settings? Oh, okay. I did not know these didn't get saved over with settings. That's good to know, honestly. So, where are you, my beautiful... Altitude is less than anything. I want the spin blocks to turn on, and I want them to be at minus 30. And we're off, yeah, absolutely fine. No issues whatsoever, even with the helicopter blades on top giving us a hug. So we'll have this 5 times, all the way down. Thankfully now it's actually a middle section of this vehicle, which is lovely, unlike the Golgotha Junior just then. And then underneath we'll start work on the Zeppelin carriage itself, as well as making this look a lot prettier in the future. And we'll have to do shields as well. What I'm thinking is, and this might be fun for me, is adding one more block to this and adding shields which spin around. So each Zeppelin segment, each rotation segment has its own triple shield rolling around. Of course, that does require us to have quite a hefty engine on this thing. So we'll have to see how much weight this thing can carry first of all, because so far it's quite vulnerable, honestly. One layer of light alloy, not particularly the best in the world. So let's quickly go ahead and do that anyway. So prefabs, and I would like a new prefab, and I'd like this one to be half, not a circle. There we go. That seems pretty legit if you ask me. Okay, so one lower, so I want it there. Let's do that, zoom out. Okay, then how high do we want it? That will grab everything, I think. Let's make sure she does grab everything. So just grab, yeah, good, it grabs everything, excellent. Okay, so wipe that. Don't need any higher than it already is. Lengthwise, we'll have to have a look-see in a second, but widthwise, there we go, and lengthwise again. I'm fairly certain that should grab everything, but let's just check. Yeah, well within its bounds, and grabbed, and then reversed. Do I want to have like a whole segment? Yeah, I think I'd rather have it. Have a segment in the middle. So 1, 2, 3. It's going to look a bit like a caterpillar. Got to be honest, it's going to be a caterpillar, but I like caterpillar, so it's fine. There we go. So let's stop it from twisting, shall we? Okay, so load sub object. We want the large spinner number 1 here. We'll do it in a bit of a staggered formation to get a little bit of extra support here. So this one should go. Oh, of course, effect range. 1 second. Effect range needs to be very, very small. Since we're probably going to use propellers to actually move this thing along as well, so this one wants to be... We all know what it is. It's activate when it's less than spin blocks, set rotation speed to plus 30, and if the input's lower than whatever. Effect range 3, test. That should have... I'm hoping that is now spinning the correct way. seems like it is. Okay, of course we'll have to chop these off as well, but we'll do that afterwards, that's the easiest way to do it. This one as well will be a positive. So U, effect range minimal, and then less than infinite, spin blocks rotation speed to positive 30. So if I put this in, it should instantly start spinning. Fantastic. And the final one is the negative, so we'll know what to do. It's less than. And so that one's done as well. Okay, so the large spin 2, and that should have started spinning. Oh, plonk. There we go. And now it should, yeah, raise at the front because we need to change the spinners. Okay, this is going to be horrible for anyone who's nauseous. Oh god, okay, I'm going to just skip this bit of recording probably. Okay, there we go. So we've got the actual Zeppelin segment sorted. And look, it actually flies and doesn't tip. Oh crap, it's tipping. As soon as I said that, why is it tipping? The front has higher propulsion. Why does it have higher propulsion? It shouldn't tip, and yet it is. Why? Why is that stronger than the back? It isn't me, is it? Is it my weight that's causing that? I can't imagine my character's weight would actually affect it in any way. But for some reason, it's slightly tilting at the back. Like, not... I think it was my character. Wow, it is actually my character causing that. Well, this is going to be like the least stable thing. It's going to be taken out of the air as soon as it's damaged. Well, I'm okay with that. Okay, so let's get to work on the undercarriage then. Oh god, okay, I'm back in the blade section. Fine, you know what, I'm back in the blade section, that's fine. So let's do mirror mode, and let's sort this out then. So, click. Okay, so we want light alloy still, but let's change the colour up in a second. We want beams this time, and we'll go with, of course, yeah, the fleet made is dark red. Let's go with like a black, honestly. I want like a black section. So intensity is max. There we go. Goes along here, we could have it further on. Like that. Wow, pitch black. Kind of like, okay, I like that, because then we add stripes and everything so it'll look good. Probably maybe want to actually make it so it's less, you know... No, actually no, I do want it to be still on, sorry, not floating by the caps lock mode, just because... I want to see it if it can still actually stay in the air, that's the thing. And I need constant kind of reminders if it can, that's the issue. Then what we'll do is we'll do this. And we'll change up that in a second, so okay. That starts there. Well, black is... I don't think I do like the black... I'll just repaint it later, I think. Was it like this? Doesn't really matter too much. Well, it does, has to be even, so I'll check in a second. That's not the same, is it? No, it's not. Okay, so this is where it starts and it just goes left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay. So let's redo that. Okay, change it up so they now at least have the same amount of blocks on both sides, so we can now continue with our journey. That took way longer than it should have. So, first of all, I kind of want to add windows. We'll do it in a second. The next thing I want to do is I want to make it a little bit kind of curved at the bottom. So, again with a light alloy, this time we're going with the fleet main colour, and let's see if we can get this sorted out. So, blocks, light alloy, and we want the slopes facing that way. Okay. Like so. It's not actually going to be much bigger than this, honestly. It's going to do the slope, I think, twice, and that's going to be it. So the engine inside here is going to be very, very minimal, I think. So after all that talk about the spinning shield, it probably isn't actually going to happen. So that's kind of a shame, but oh well. I'll say, we're only making the shell today, so we'll be finishing off in either a different episode or off camera, so don't worry, we're not really pressed for time. And then red goes there. setting up the AI for this thing is going to be a bit bizarre. Well, I guess it'll be similar to the tuberculosis version 2 or version 3, I guess. And then light alloy and metal beams. I hate it when that happens. How many is a beam exactly in length? It's 4 meters, isn't it? So yeah, there's no way we can possibly do that. So it's gonna have to be like, that's fine. I'm sure there was a way of doing that, but I just didn't know of it. Windows will be needed when inside here, and I'm definitely changing that black to perhaps like a dark grey instead, because that's just, it's too all-consuming. You can't really see what the hell's going on is the issue there. Also, incoming loud noises. And fill. Okay, so that's the bottom of the hull done. Now, one last thing I do want to do before we go is attach the top. I still want to call them Zeppelin segments, even though they're obviously not. So I'm going to keep calling that to the actual hull itself. What I'm thinking of doing is just using these pieces just to kind of gently attach them, ever so kindly. Just to make it look like it's actually supporting itself a little bit more than it currently is, because at the moment it looks a bit floaty. I know it sounds weird, but it does just look like two copy and pasted items attached to each other, which obviously is actually the case. However, we don't really want to reveal this is the case at first glance. So if we can avoid that, that would be a lovely thing indeed. So upward slope and that. Again, we need to change that black to a different colour. It's just, I didn't think it would be quite so all-consuming. I thought it'd end up looking, at least you could see the lines between the blocks. Obviously you can't. I hate that. Yeah, okay, that looks better actually. Also, I've put some metal in between there, so it is actually now a solid thing. Okay, that's cool. Also, good thing is, it doesn't keep on tilting forever if the blade is damaged. It will just do this. So, if I actually tested it very quickly just a second ago, if you take off one of the blades, it can still fly. It just angles itself. If you take off two of the blades, then yes, this thing is going down like a sack of bricks. Sadly, that last bit is unavoidable there. So, as long as we keep 3 or 4 blades alive, this thing will stay in the air, at least in its current state. There's still a lot to add to this thing, but it does have a lot of redundant lift, and if we do need more lift, we could always add more of these things, or simply increase the height of them, which of course is the big, easy one to do there, since we already have the prefab ready to do the double height blimp segment. Okay, well, I think this has got a lot of potential. I'm going to continue work off this off camera, since it's going to be a lot of trial and error, and we'll come back to this in the future. And I think I've just named it in my head. This is going to be the Influenza, also known, of course, as the flu virus. So that's rather lovely. Colour dark red, and we're going to do this here. So yeah, that's my plan for now, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, of course, as usual, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out channel, and most importantly, as I always mention, it is the easiest way for you to show me that this is a series you're interested in and want to see more of in the future. It's what keeps the series going. So thank you so much for watching, have a lovely day, do take care, until next time, goodbye.